What if you could become a better person, not by working harder, but by taking one small step a day? And not because you're a bad person now, but because there's something inside you that's ready for more. How to Be a Better Person gives you one tiny step a day you can take to be the person you want to be. My mission? To help you live your best life. Hello, and welcome to Be a Better Partner Week on How to Be a Better Person. I'm Kate, your host, coming to you today with a tip on how to keep your relationship strong even when there's been some disturbance in the force. Maybe one of you lost your temper and said something you regret. Maybe it was a quieter comment that stuck in your craw. Maybe it was a disagreement between the two of you, or maybe it was a full-on fight. These are all bound to happen. We're all different, we're wired differently, and come from different upbringings. Of course, we're going to see things differently from time to time, and sometimes loudly. Here's something that honestly, I feel like it took me a long time to fully understand. You can have a dust-up and still love each other. You can fight and learn from it. You can fight and be stronger than before. There's a key to making sure that your fights end positively, and it's something I was never, ever taught, and it has been a game changer for me. And that is to repair after a fight. If you've been in therapy, either individual or couples, perhaps you already know about the power of repair. If so, yay! And please share it with others. It feels like the whole world needs to know about repair right now because there is an awful lot of seeing things differently happening. Repair is just what it sounds like. You come together and make amends. It mends up any rifts that have opened during the fight. There isn't one specific formula for repair, but there are a few components that you can experiment with and find the ones that work best for you. The first is relating your experience, something I talked about on Monday too in the Relate, Don't Manipulate episode. That's where you share your feelings using I statements. I felt, not you did this or you made me feel this way. I got really upset when you said X. I was really tired or hungry. I just felt like you weren't listening. The second is validating their experience. Relating your experience invites your partner to relate theirs. When they do, let them know that you hear it and are taking it in by validating them. We all long to be heard and understood. So many fights flare up because one or both parties aren't feeling heard. So during your repair, make sure to show that you're listening to the other person. Use phrases like, I understand you're feeling X, or that must have been hard, or even, I see. There's an episode about this too. It's called Validate, 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 and it's episode 56 in your feed. The third is to own your role. A quick and powerful way to diffuse some of the tension is to admit how you contributed to the situation. For example, if your partner is irritated that you seemed distant, you can say, I was trying to finish something up and not giving you my full attention, and I'm sorry for that. This is not saying, I'm sorry you got upset, because that may make it seem like they made the mistake, not you. Of course you played a role. Just admit it. It doesn't mean you should take 100% responsibility for the whole situation. That would discount the other person's role. But you can admit the part you played. It's such a relief when you do. A crucial component of repair in my book is an apology. A sincere apology really goes such a long way. Eye contact, a hand hold, an arm squeeze all help. Ideally, both partners apologize because you are both co-creators of your relationship. It's also so helpful during your repair to make a plan to move forward. Say something like, next time let's talk about this after dinner so that neither one of us is hangry. Or, my favorite, we can do better. Let's do better next time. Finally, a hug is also a nice way to repair. And hey, there's makeup sex too. Just saying. So that's it. Repair 101. If a fight pokes a little hole in your bond, repair brings it back together. And if you don't hit all these components that I just outlined, just remember that a fight's not truly over without repair. Even if you don't hit all the components I just outlined here, remember that a fight's not truly over without repair. You can get better at repair as you go, but you have to start someplace. Of course, a fight that becomes physical is its own creature. Get out of there and assume it won't be a one-time thing and act accordingly. By which I mean, don't stay. Get support. Take it seriously. You are worthy of serious consideration. I don't care how over-the-top apologetic they are. From someone who is abusive, that's not repair, that's manipulation. If you have any concerns at all that your fights have veered into abuse, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. You are worthy of support. Speaking of you being worthy of support, be sure to come back tomorrow when I'm talking about how to bring your best to your relationship. Talk to you then. Thanks for listening to How to Be a Better Person. Our theme song is Left for Deadish by Junior85. The podcast is mixed by Sound Advice Strategies. If you liked what you heard in this episode, share it with someone you think would like it too. Your voice matters. Also, How to Be a Better Person has an official newsletter that sends the past 7 episodes, a sneak peek of the week ahead, and one well-chosen meme to your inbox every Saturday morning. Sign up at beabetterpersonpodcast.com and click on Get Podcast News. I also love to hear from listeners. I love it. Send me an email by clicking on the Contact Kate button at beabetterpersonpodcast.com, tweet me at Kate Han, Katehan, or find me on Instagram at Kate Hanley Author. I look forward to connecting with you.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.